Okay, today's mindfulness walk is coming from a little bit closer to home. We're on a path on the road to Norman's Law, which is just behind my head, and we're about 5 miles from home, between the villages of Luthrie and Brunton, on the south side of the River Tay, which is down this way, and we're going to be walking this little pathway back. We're going to be doing the downhill section, and that should save you from hearing my voice puffing and panting going up the hill. So I hope you enjoy this little mindfulness walk today. Since this is a little bit nearer to home for me, then perhaps you can think of places near to home that inspire you that you haven't visited in a while watching this. Okay, so we'll have a little panorama. We're looking west over the Howe of Fife towards Cooper, Falkland and the Lomond Hills, and we're looking to Norman's Law, which I should be climbing, but feeling a little bit lazy today, and that's okay, and around to the River Tay, and of course back to where we started. So we'll find the easiest little pathway off this hill. This one isn't marked as well as the path in Norman's Law, but I'm sure there'll be a way down that we can find, a way that's not hopefully going to go through all the gorse bushes and bracken and heather at the moment. Let's see what we can do to find a way down from the hillside. I can see the remnants of a little path here, but whether it's a human path or just a path for the grazing sheep, I'm not really sure. But one thing I do know is the sheep are a lot more nimble than I am when it comes to walking down hills. I'm sure they can do it an awful lot better than I can. And just as it was very pleasant to be up the top of the little hill and get the nice 360-degree view round about, so it can be equally as nice to make your way down into the valley and the paths below, out the way of the wind, and in a nice little bit of shelter. The heather is coming out in full bloom at the moment into a nice purple shade, and we've got lots of little butterflies and moths scooting about in between. So we're back down again to the nice little pathway. It's a beautiful summer's morning in Scotland. 21 degrees already, which is almost unheard of. And it's interesting, this little pathway, because it's, as I said, not far from home. And sometimes we travel for hundreds, perhaps thousands of miles, seeking peace and tranquility, when perhaps that peace of mind, that solitude and quiet, is much closer and much more easily accessible than you've ever imagined. And one of the more interesting things about this little pathway is that it is a managed environment by the landowner who's created these little paths for outdoor activities such as off-road driving and pheasant shooting. And whether you agree with such activities or not, then you can still appreciate a wild environment close to home that's been made more accessible in the way that the land has been managed and cultivated. It's interesting in life that we give ourselves the illusion that we have to make choices. You know, we think that we can either be disciplined and structured in our thinking, or we can be wildly creative and random in the way we view the world, thinking that these are two opposing lines of thought and they can only be one or the other. But in this environment, which is managed and structured in a way to enhance nature, to enhance the beauty round about, it almost feels as if you have a little bit of both, a little bit of discipline and structure in order to enjoy the creation of Mother Nature all round about, hearing the birds chirping in the trees alongside, enjoying the view while going down the hill. And going down the hill after the hard work of scrambling to the top, just relaxing and enjoying the view and letting gravity help you all the way down with one foot in front of the other, enjoying the warmth of the sunshine, hearing the buzzing of insects in the long grass, the chirping of the birds, feeling the coolness of just a little bit of breeze going through your hair and on your skin, walking down through the dappled sunshine and shade, thinking, is all this so much closer to home than you imagine? It's all just a little bit nearer than you ever thought possible. And sometimes the hills, both in walking and in life, can be a little bit steeper than we first expected, both on the way up and on the way down. And perhaps it's sensible to be a little bit careful with where you put your feet, making sure you have some firm ground underneath. Because every pathway is going to have some loose rock or stones. So it's always possible that you could have a little bit of a slip. Then again, if you're going at a pace and taking enough care, then you'll be prepared for that slip or trip in advance. And that anticipation allows you to just go with the flow of the walk, go with the flow of life, taking everything in your stride, adjusting and moving in a way that's comfortable, while enjoying the walk and the environment, knowing that it's comfortable to have such a place of peace and a place of quiet restoration and solitude close to home, an environment both inside and out that you can come back to whenever you want. Hearing the cry of the buzzard and looking across the water, watching the swallows fishing, watching the duck with her fairly old ducklings now swimming to a place of safety in the reed beds, and having a little 360 as we look around. And as we come to the end of another mindfulness walk, I'd like to thank you again for joining me here at Compelling Visions. And if you want to see more of these walks, listen to more of my nature ramblings, then like and subscribe.